Hello, good afternoon. Today we want to talk about hiring, and uh, many businesses are going to be looking to hire hopefully this year. And as they are increasing their revenue back up and everyone's getting back to work, I hope um, jobs are picking up, especially in the construction industry. So, with that, they are wondering, when can I hire? Who can I hire? What should this look like? Can I afford it? I think a lot of people are probably a little more nervous to make those hiring decisions based on cash flow and where the economy and everything has been the last year. So, wanting to make smart decisions on this. So, the first thing I want to talk about is when you're analyzing if you can afford to bring on that next hire, there's some additional costs that I want to make sure that you are including in that. But then also, another way to look at it that maybe isn't so scary with your hiring. So, let's say you're going to hire a project manager for a $100,000 salary. So it's not just, okay, I need to hire somebody for $100,000, and to have somebody come in for $100,000, I need X amount of more work to take care of that expense. It's not just the $100,000. I want you to think about, in addition to the $100,000, you need to include the employer paid payroll taxes. So not what they are withholding from their check, because that is actually what they are paying for, but the employer match on FICA, so Social Security and Medicare wages, the unemployment taxes that you are paying for both federal and state, workers' comp, and depending on your locale, there may be some additional taxes in there as well. But those are kind of the big ones, is the FICA taxes, which is Social Security and Medicare, unemployment, both federal and state, and then workers' comp that will be associated with their payroll expenses. In addition to that, any benefits that you may offer. And this is going to be a bigger list, more inclusive if you are a union contractor. So you want to go through your union benefits and make sure that you are including everything that is an employer paid benefit, not something that the employee is having withheld. So that may be 401k match, health insurance, if you have a profit sharing for those union contractors, there may be pension, any other reimbursements. So if you do a phone reimbursement, if you do a home office reimbursement with people working from home right now, any other startup costs you may have, if you have to get them a computer, anything for their office, vehicles, maybe you do a car allowance. So anything like that, a fuel expense, if you do an allowance for that. So be adding all of those items into your cost that is associated with your new hire. So be thinking about all those. On the flip side of that, I also don't want you to freak out and think, I have to have now this $100,000 salary turned into $125,000. Now I have to have $125,000 to get this new hire. You don't, because you're not paying them that money right now. You got to look at it kind of like a lease in a way. You're getting to lease that employee for a whole year. So if they leave, if they don't work out, if you go out of business, you're not paying for the whole year at one time. You're paying for the time that they work. So it gives you some time to go out and get more work, to go out and sell another job, to close another deal. It gives you time to train them and use their value to help you grow the business and move it along to reach your goals. So I want you to be thinking of it in that way as well. Now, the third part of this is a lower paid individual does not mean it's actual lower cost to you, because we all know how costly it is to go out and look for somebody, interview, hire, train. It is so costly to us as a monetary value and our time value, to the atmosphere and the organization when you're bringing people in and they leave and you have high turnover. So while you may find someone that costs a little bit more, it may be a lot less costly to your business to hire them. So be thinking about that as well. Okay, so yesterday, after our video yesterday, I promised you that we are now doing daily action items. We called them the daily new life action items, because we are giving you a new life to our viewers and listeners, the industry as a whole. So our daily in LA today is, I want you to think about, even if you're not ready to hire them yet, what is that next new hire going to be? What position are they going to be in? How much is that salary going to cost? What are the extra costs of hiring that person? What is the extra taxes? What are the extra benefits? What are the extra startup costs that go into hiring that person? Now, some of those costs are immediate, so all your startup costs are immediate. Everything else, though, you get to divide out over the year. So divide that by the number of pay periods that you have for your business in a year. And that one pay period is going to be your immediate cost that will be factored in with those startup costs that you have. So that is really the immediate cost that you need. Now, I do believe in a little bit of a conservative method to provide some safety, protection, comfort, pillow for you. And I would say to make sure that you have 3 months of their expenses in cash available to you. So you can go 3 months and pay them without worrying, do I need to go get new business to handle this employee? So I would make sure, and if anything were to happen, I would make sure to have 3 months set aside in cash of their expenses, but you don't have to have the whole year. So your daily in LA, again, is to figure out what your next new hire is going to be, how much they're going to cost, what the immediate costs are going to be, what the 3 months that you need to have in cash. So if you have any questions, please share them in the comments. Shoot us over an email, info@newlifekc.com. We are doing our Q&As on Friday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you.